I just saw a post on Twitter saying Sega published more games for the Dreamcast in its first year than Sony has published for the PlayStation 5 in total. That sounded like it could be a bit of an exaggeration, but I wasn't sure, so I wanted to do a bit of research. So according to Wikipedia, the first couple of games published by Sega for the Dreamcast were Godzilla Generations and Sonic Adventure, along with Virtua Fighter 3TB in 1998. That's only 3 games, but the Dreamcast was released towards the very end of the year in 1998. So for argument's sake, let's just count the entire year of 1999 as well. We have 1, 2, 3 in 1998, and then in 1999 we have 4, 5, 6, 7... 23 games total that Sega published in its first year. Now looking at the PlayStation 5, we have 1, 2, 3, 4... We have 23 games released just through the end of 2022, and that's not including the Classics catalog down here. If we go into 2023, still excluding the Classics catalog, we have 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 2024, we have 30, 31, with at least another 5 or 10 in the horizon. So it is a bit of an exaggeration. There have definitely been more Sony published games on the PS5 during its lifetime than the Dreamcast had in its first year. But still, when you compare first years, that's 23 Dreamcast Sega published games to a maximum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 17 PlayStation 5 exclusives. So it does seem like the Dreamcast had the healthier game catalog at the time. Now, when you compare the sales of the actual consoles, the Dreamcast sold 9.13 million units during its lifespan. The PS5 has sold 50 million units, and I would say it's probably halfway through its lifespan. According to Sony CFO Hiroki Totoki, the PS5 has already entered the later half of its life cycle. But this article was just published 1 day ago, so if it just now entered the second half of its life cycle, and it's already sold 50 million units, who's to say it won't sell 100 million units? Now that being said, I do think Sega had the stronger game library quality-wise. You have some real great games in here like Sonic Adventure, Choo Choo Rocket, Space Channel 5, Toy Commander. This is compared to the PS5, which got a remake, another Call of Duty game. The Sackboy game was pretty good. Astro's Playroom was really good, but it was almost more of a tech demo because it only took like, a couple hours to beat, if that. Miles Morales, which was just sort of like Spider-Man 1.5. I wasn't very interested in any of these games that came out in 2021. Maybe Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I'd like to play that one of these days. That one looked pretty good. If we go on to look at some later Sega Dreamcast games, we got stuff like Jet Set Radio, Phantasy Star Online, Typing of the Dead, Crazy Taxi 1 and 2, Shenmue 1 and 2, Sonic Adventure 2, Space Channel 5 Part 2. Was Skies of Arcadia not published by Sega? I see Skies of Arcadia Legends on here for the GameCube, but I'm not seeing the original one. I don't know, this is pretty subjective. A lot of the Dreamcast games were catered more towards the Eastern Japanese audience, and all of these Sony games are mostly these big budget AAA Western Hollywood-like titles, like God of War Ragnarok, The Last of Us Parts 1 and 2, Horizon Forbidden West. Overall, I'd say the two consoles were pretty similar as far as quality goes. It's just a subjective thing of what you're more into. I think I personally preferred the Dreamcast library a little more, but I can see why people would prefer the PS5's library. This got me curious. It's kind of crazy how many games Nintendo published for the Wii U, and yet that console didn't sell very well. We got Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, Art Academy Home Studio, Bayonetta 1 and 2, Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, Just Dance Wii U, Breath of the Wild, Twilight Princess HD, Wind Waker HD, Lego City Undercover, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, Mario Kart 8, Mario Party 10, Pikmin 3, Nintendo Land, Splatoon, Star Fox Zero, Super Mario 3D World, Super Smash Bros., Wii U Party, The Wonderful 101, Yoshi's Woolly World. How did the Wii U not sell well? There were so many more good games for this thing than, like, the Dreamcast and PS5 combined. So I don't know what the point of this video was. I guess I just wanted to talk about all the console war drama going on online and put in my 2 cents about it. So what do you guys think? Do you think the PS5's in a good spot? Do you think Sony's handled it okay? Are you happy with your purchase if you have a PS5? Or if you don't have one, are you glad you haven't gotten one? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.